So today I'm going to talk about my A7R4, some of the qualities I do like and some of the qualities I don't like about it. We all know that it's a full frame camera. It's probably better for taking photos versus video, although it does shoot 4K, but it only shoots 30 frames a second. So what you can do, like things you can do with it, you pretty much limited if you're a filmmaker, videographer, cinematographer, things like that. But like I said, as far as photography, I think it's A1. I like the camera. I seen it 2 or 3 years ago on ESPN. Not ESPN, but it was Good Morning Football. I seen it on there. They was talking about it. It was during the Eagles and Cowboys game. I forget who scored the touchdown, but they was in the end zone and they had it on a gimbal. They didn't even have it on a rig. They had it on a gimbal and it was showing the way the footage looked. And immediately I could just see like that super high definition. So me being, at the time I was more focused on video. So me at the time, I'm like, I need that camera. That quality was crazy. And I'm like, they using it for TV. So I went ahead and I got it. Not thinking, the highest frame rate this camera can shoot. I knew it was 4K, but the frame rate ended at 30. So like I said, a lot of my slow-mo shots and stuff I had to do in 1080. I had to kind of like compensate. And to me, my eye, being trained over the last 8-9 years, I could always see the difference and I didn't like it. So I kind of shied away from doing a lot of the slow-mo stuff. But with that being said, bringing it back to today, I'm shooting on a Sony FX30. So that's giving me a wider range of things I could do. And now I could just use the A7R4 for the photography. And I can use the FX30 for my video. So I pretty much told you a lot of the pros and the cons all at one time, but I'm gonna go ahead and line them up for you. The pros about the A7R4 to me are, it's a real snappy camera. I got the grip handle, so I got 2 batteries installed. I could pretty much do a whole entire wedding just taking pictures off of those 2 batteries and still have some juice left over. The quality, the picture quality, A1. Some of the pictures that I've taken, especially when using the flash to like overpower the sunlight and kind of manipulate the light the way I want it, it's an amazing camera. Like, I'm using it every day to take photos, as you can see in my last video. Matter of fact, y'all need to go check that out. And while you at it, subscribe. But it's very fast. It's good for photography. For sports. It's good for wildlife. I don't do wildlife, but it's fast action. You can't crank the shutter speed up there. Low light is it's probably not as good as some of the Sony cameras that are out there, like the Sony S3, the Sony A7r4, I believe it's the A7r4 or the A7 III. Those low light cameras that were built for the low light. But it's still pretty good. You gotta have some amount of light. I'm more of a flash type of shooter, so light is not a problem for me at nighttime. I always make sure I got something on standby. But those are pros though, like you can pretty much use this one camera and get any project done that requires photography. You just gotta get your lenses right. Now, the cons of this camera, although I said it does shoot 4K, the 30 frames a second. If you are a cinema photographer, that's probably gonna do it for you. Like, that's gonna kill it all. Like, you need that 60 frames, 120 or higher to really bring that cinema look to any kind of film that you make, any kind of music video, any kind of videos with emotion, unless you just want your video to be a straight adrenaline rush the whole time. then you could go ahead with it. But the frame rate, that's a con for videographers. The fact that I like to do the YouTube and I like to record myself, I had stopped for a minute because I had a camera with the flip out screen. I ended up breaking it, and I was relying on this camera, the A7R4, but they don't have the articulating screen, so they just got the slide out screen that comes straight down to where you could get like a lot of low shots and you still can see what's going on, but you can't flip that screen around and see yourself. So that was kind of hard for me to get adjusted to. I didn't really get adjusted to it. I just said it is what it is until, I can get my shot again. But the screen, that's a big no-no, especially if you do a lot of filming yourselves. If you do a lot of like vlogging, YouTubing and stuff like that, that's like, it's not gonna help unless you got an external monitor, which is gonna require at least you being near a plug when you filming yourself, or you're gonna have to stack on some more batteries somehow to keep everything charged. So that's the con in the A7R4. But like I said, the only other cons I could say that this camera really, really, truly has is some of the prices for the lenses. That's about it. Like everything else though, it's a pretty good camera. You could get a lot done. Like I said, you could do some real big projects with it and get a lot done. Like you could compensate for your slow-mo, and if you did do that, you would only need one other camera that can handle that. This is pretty much gonna do the entire job. So all in all, looking at it, I would say the pros do outweigh the cons if you're a photographer. One of the best cameras I ever had for photography. I'm still using it every single day to day. And I don't know, y'all should pick it up. I think the price is still kind of up there though. It's like $2,500, I think. When I got it, it was like 35 or 30, I forget the price then, but it was up there. And it's still kind of up there now, and it's been out maybe 3 years now. 3 years, 4 years, maybe? Nah, 3 years, it had to be 3 years. But yeah, that's what I think about the A7R4, my pros, my cons, and whether I think you should get it. It all depends. Like if you do photography, you do a little bit of videography, you ain't getting too deep in it, then yeah, if you vlog yourself and you got an external monitor and you don't mind doing all the hookups, it's pretty good. Like I said, you can shoot in 4K, 30 frames a second. That's all you need really vlogging yourself. You're not gonna slow-mo yourself or nothing unless you're getting real deep into your content creation, but that's on you. Like I said, that's my thoughts on the A7R4. It's a stand-up camera, very stout, heavy duty. It can get the job done. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below about it. And like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get it.